Grey dawn by the old stone bridge, where the fog hangs low on the river's ridge, came a clatter of hooves on the flooded ford, and a man-shaped shadow the villagers feared. Bare chest scarred with a hunter's frame, but the head of a beast that could never be tamed. Ears laid back, teeth like broken clay, eyes like embers that had lost their way.
Half a wandering star, not of stable, not of throne or tower. He roams the border where the wild hearts cower. Onocentaur, rider of the thorn, first to be shunned, last to be mourned. Chapel floor as his shadow lengthened across the door. He begged for bread with a soldier's tongue, spoke 3 languages, remembered none, just a mother's song from a distant shore, and a father's hands that he'd see no more. Sing the ballad of the Onocentaur, half a curse, half a wandering star, not of stable, not a throne or tower. He roams the border where the wild hearts cower. Onocentaur, rider of the thorn, first to be shunned, last to be mourned. Was he wrought by a spiteful god, or stitched from dreams in the midnight sod? Is a monster born, or is one made from every gate that was barred in his face? Hey! He watched the dance he could never join, felt every laugh like a thrown down coin, raised his head to the empty air. Who will claim me? Who will dare? The ballad of the Onocentaur, half a curse, half a wandering star, not of stable, not a throne or tower. He roams the border where the wild hearts cower. Onocentaur, rider of the thorn, first to be shunned, last to be mourned. So if you walk where the marshlands start, and you hear that broken, brave old heart, leave one crushed by the fallen stone for the beast-made man who still dies alone. Some birds come straight from the heavens, and some from the water that drifts here. They pointed out past the jetty to a log with a shimmering skin. See how the shells are opening, boy, that's where the geese begin. Sing low, Barnacle, Goose, born from the waves and the timber and truth we choose. Strange are the stories we anchor to, blessed be the tide that carried you. Barnacle, Goose, we believed you grew from the drifting spruce. Oh, how the sea can cradle a lie till it feels like you. Winter bit hard on the coastline, snow stitched a seam on the foam. Flocks like black brush strokes on canvas rose from the far off gloam. Too far to fly from the southlands, the priest shook his head and his cross. Better to think they bloom from the bores than say they pay that cost. Sing low, Barnacle, Goose, born from the waves and the timber and truth we choose. Strange are the stories we anchor to, blessed be the tide that carried you. Barnacle, Goose, we believed you grew from the distant spruce. Oh, how the sea can cradle a lie till it feels like you. What makes us soul from shell and rope, from a room of fear and faith and hope? We carve our comfort into grain and call it nature, call it rain. Hey, but every feather, every bone was carried here on wings alone. The world was wider than our eyes, so we shrank it to our size. Sing low. Sing low, Barnacle, Goose, born from the waves and the timber and truth we choose. Strange are the stories we anchor to, blessed be the tide that carried you. Barnacle, Goose, you were never fruit of the briny spruce. Still on this shore, that old belief tells a tale of us. between living and a cold death. Moonlight paints the graveyard stone. I walk alone.
Creeping shadows whisper my name. A forgotten fire, a dying flame.
Revenant heartbeat low, lost souls go. Revenant eyes a vacant stare. No one left to care.
drove our spears into drifting soil, raised our flags on a dreaded wet ball.
Fire spit deep in its calloused hide, ashing him on a living throne. As Bedok shone,
False island on double hollow grave, we build our faith on a rotting grave.
as Bedok alone, and the youngest and our highway.
We did as we did on a
From the ocean's throat you rise, to drag our cities from our eyes. Hey! The tide climbed high, then higher still. Smoke curled thin on its heaving shell, cracks like mouths in the hidden place. Yawning wide with a furnace breath, our temples slid as the cliffs roll back.
stars spun while the horizon turned, the shoreline flexed like a rotting jar.
Sea split open and the altar burned.
False island of the hollow grave, we build our faith on a drowning grave.
As speed
Alone from the ocean drove the rise to drag our city down a level on a
from the ocean's throat you rise,
to drag our cities from our eyes.
Mountain that moves when the psalms grow loud, harbor of hubris, crowned in glory, carved our names in your armored skin. You answer in flood, in foam, in fin.
False island, swallowing sky, we kneel on your back as we beg to die. Black horizon, open wide, we vanish singing as the land caps
Priests hum rusted prayers, candles choke on wax. You perch above my to shroud. You never sing or flatter, you judge them silent, proud, on broken straw and linen. I beg your hollow stare, your beak above my heartbeat, cold sentence in the air. Afflicted light, you feed on the fevered and frail. You carry our wounds to the sky, or you cast us aside to fail. I curse every feather, every bone, yet I pray for your cruel decree. For in your cold indifference lurks the last hope left in me. Glowing ember over rods and snow. Every tyrant wants your hue. Firebird of the blinding dawn, tear the sky, burn the throne. Every hand that claws your shine turns to charcoal, turns to stone. Firebird of the blinding dawn, torch the past, scorch But your blade split the bark of my belief, left me kneeling in a forest made of fate. Black smoke on the furrows, ash in the animals' eyes, hooves in the drowned pasture, teeth in the cloud-choked skies. He waits where the scarecrow rots in the tangle of thistle and bone, mud-clotted mane of hunger, heir to the rusted throne. Devourer of harvest, drink the milk, drain the veins of the land, cough of the plague in the breath of the cattle, every withered stalk in the palm of your hand. Black cord, rider of misfortune, hair like smoke, eyes carved from coal. You gnaw the roots of the world in the shadows, claw by claw you unstring the sun's glow. Full of copper and sand, mothers bury seed in crosses over poisoned cracking land. Footprints burned in frost on the path to the churchyard gate. He laughs in the hollow chimney, a barn owl shriek in the shape of hate. Cord, black cord, devourer of harvest, drink the milk, drain the veins of the land, cough of the plague in the breath of the cattle, every withered stalk in the palm of your hand. Black cord, rider of misfortune, hair like smoke, eyes carved from coal. You gnaw the roots of the world in the shadows, claw by claw you unstring the sun's glow. breaks the yoke, who splits the stone, who twists the spine, who chews the bone. Name him and whisper, spit on the ground, nail iron to the doorway. Still he circles, still he's found. Drink the milk, drain the veins of the land. Cough of the plague in the breath of the cattle. Every withered stalk in the palm of your hand. Black Hawk, rider of misfortune. Air like smoke, eyes carved from coal. You know the roots of the world in the shadows. Come, horned curse, take your tithe from our soul.
From the bowels of the earth, I was birthed by demons, born of all things malevolent. I've lived 1,000 years, wings stretched like mountain range, skin and scales tougher than stone. Feasted on flocks of cattle, mankind a mere snack to me, the metal machines a joke. I make my home deep in the cave of the tallest mountain peak. Thick dark smoke spills out the entrance with every breath I take. An endless sea of treasure and skulls of those who sought to take it. Beast and man are mine to devour.
establish on the stalks again. Scarecrows twisted, facing west. Crows still laughing on the fence. Bare feet in the barley, shadow walking through the earth. Someone whispers in the weeds, count your close your eyes. Tools turned upside down, water pails filling with stones. Salt in the feeding trough, keys gone missing from your home. You cursed the shriveled seedlings, you stole a handful from the store. Now footprints circle the acre, but none lay back to your door. Keeper of the furrows, laughing in the rose of a grave. Blessed rose with a rusted mercy, drinking sweat, demanding rain. Polevik, Lord of broken harvest, guardian with dread, jagged grave. Feed the field or feed the fire, he will take his tide from skin. Lie down at noon, facing the dust. Count every stone, swear every trust. If you stand first, he will bow last. He binds your hunger fast to the past. Polevik, keeper of the furrows, laughing in the rose of a grain day. Blessed roots with a rusted mercy, drinking sweat, devouring pain. Yeah, Polevik, Lord of broken harvest, crooked halo made of chaff. Pray the soil accepts your offering, or feel his claws beneath the plow. Laugh. stops at night. Curtains barely moving, something else has learned your height. Teeth behind the door frame, claws beneath the rocking chair. Dust sings in the hallway, every shadow leads to stare. He comes this way.
He knows your wavering pace. Watcher of doorways, he wears your fear upon his face. Pray for dawn, child, pray for dawn, before the last vain hope is gone.
No.